Alright, so we are going to look at the power of hand control. Or, in this situation, having hand advantage. So, in most card games, hand advantage is one of the key factors to winning a game. This is actually one of the most perfect hands I've ever had. Anyways, like I was trying to say, hand advantage is one of the key factors to winning any card game that you play. Whether it be like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Hearthstone, Magic, and this. So being able to have extra cards in your hand, I'm waiting for him to actually use his power to destroy it. He probably will. It would not shock me. Because Paparazzi Zombie causes a ton of problems. Yeah, he used something to get rid of it. It's a pain, but you can't really do much about it. Anyways, as I was saying, hand advantage is amazing. If your opponent is top decking, that's what you call it when you have nothing in your hand, is your top decking. So if your opponent is top decking and you are not, and you've got a lot of resources in your hand to work with, then you are in good shape. However, certain games will allow you to get rid of cards in your opponent's hand. This game does not. This game actually, you pretty much have to force them to use all of their stuff to deal with your problem cards. So the deck that I made, and it's the one we're using, was designed in such a way to make that a thing, to make that happen. The idea is to make this deck a problem for the opponent to deal with. What does this guy do? When he does damage, he gets +1 attack. That's beautiful. So anyways, as you can see, I've got 8 cards in my hand. He's only got 6, so we've already got hand advantage on 2. We do, however, need to play smart. I like this guy, but he combos really well with teleporter, so I'm not going to play him right now. In fact, I'm just going to pass, because I have a couple of things that I can use as far as tricks are concerned. And I've got Trickster in my hand, so I want to use the tricks. Looks like he's thinking. This dude's actually in the Taco League. He's a level 44. So he probably knows a little bit about what he's doing. I do think the Sunflower is a hit-or-miss hero in this game, though. I do not believe she is one of the more consistently good ones. Okay, he played smart. He's doing 3 damage to that. We'll just get rid of this. We'll save the rest of the tricks for now. Anyways, yeah, like, there's some issues with her. She's got one trick that's not very great. It's the one that allows her to put 2 1/1 mushrooms on the field. That's really good if you combo her with a mushroom ramp deck. But that's not always something that you get to do. Oh, come on. Okay. So there's ways we're going to handle this. We're going to just take this out. But otherwise, if you don't play the mushroom and you use that early, it's actually a dead card early if you don't. But if you do use it early, then you're hurting yourself because your opponents can just sit there and let them smack you for 1, and they get to rack up their defense points, and they get to use all of their hero tricks. And you don't want them to use their hero tricks. It's just that simple. Someone smart will be able to deal with that, and you don't want that to happen. So here's an interesting thing. He's taking a risk on what he just did. I'm also kind of taking a risk, putting this much resources into the Paparazzi Zombie. Because if he has something to destroy it next turn, then I'm probably going to lose. But one can hope, right? One can hope. When revealed, move a plant. So we'll move him there. That way he can't play something that'll hurt us. And we got another trick played in that same turn. Trickster's now at 4. We've got teleporters up. We've got monsters that can combo. We are totally going to chill here for a second. Okay, that's okay. Kind of seen that coming. Alright, he's now out of sun entirely. So, we got 8. He'll be reduced down to 2. Alright, so we'll never be able to play both of them. But, what we can do, we'll play this. We'll set him here. It's going to reset his block meter, which is good for us. And Trickster's now down to 2. He's down to 5 cards in his hand. We're only at 4. But we've still got enough things to do some control on. This is the only trick I don't like on Immorticia, but it's not a bad trick by any means. Alright, we still have a teleporter, so we're not going to play anything. Do 4 damage to each zombie. So that's one of the reasons why you don't want to do the teleport if you can avoid it. So here's how we handle this. Oh, come on, you jerk. Alright, so first things first, we're going to destroy the damage plant because it lets us draw a card. It also reduces Trickster down to 1. We'll go ahead and play Teleport. It'll make Trickster 0. We'll summon Trickster, he'll attack. We'll do a bonus attack. And then we'll pass, and he'll be down to 2 health. We'll go ahead and drop this guy because he gives us 2 brains. So we've got a Nibble, and we've got a Destroy this card. Alright, we won, guys. Or we may have won. Let me see. A couple things we got to double check on. He's gonna get if he gets 1 point, he doesn't block. This game's RNG tends to err on the side of caution and generally lets you block. He's going to kill our guy there anyway, so I'm just going to sit here and let that go through. We'll save the Nibble for next turn. We'll see what he puts. Alright, and now we got a Vampire. We'll go ahead and play the Vampire. We'll play him here just in case something blocks the Trickster. Whatever he plays to block Trickster, okay, we should in theory be able to kill it. Ah, he's gonna get it that way. Alright, so this guy's got his deck working out really well for him. That one gains attack each time it does damage, so we can't eat too much more damage. I'm debating on letting that one go through or not. We're actually running out of hand advantage here. He's done really well at managing his hand. It's probably why he's at a level 44. And we got another Nibble, so we'll just have to wait and go from there. Go ahead and just get rid of that altogether. Those little bits, those little +2 lives are adding up. They help. This will be nice. This will let us start getting some cards back in our hand. He's holding on to his cards too. He's got 4. He's playing patiently. This guy's actually playing really smart. Alright. So here's 2 damage that we're going to get to pull off right off the bat. So he's now down to 1. And amazing, we just won, guys. This is one of the best combos in the whole game. Teleport and Zomboss. Watch this, just watch. Unless he has a way to just do a ton of stuff, and he did the cornucopia. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So he got basically the best thing he could get there, and guess what I'm about to do? So he's gonna pass. Most likely. He's moving that. He was probably banking on drawing that cornucopia. And he's playing everything he can. He's basically showing off at this point. So we're going to drop Teleport. And we're going to drop Zomboss. So check this, guys. He destroys all of his plants. And then we attack for 9 direct. And boom. One of the strongest combos in the game for that exact reason. You saw it right here. So, hand advantage is really huge. It's actually kind of ironic. I got this talking about hand advantage. Maintained it for a little bit and then actually lost it in the game. But playing the right cards at the right time brings you to where you need to be. So, I'm glad you guys got to see everything that I wanted you to see. I'm glad you got to see this combo in particular. This deck is a really good deck. There's a lot that you can do with it. I'll pull it up and show you. I actually hit the wrong thing, but... So when you look at this deck, you'll notice there's a decent bit of crowd control in there. We got 3 of the Locust Swarm. We got 3 of the Rockets. 3 Nibbles. And then, like, Vampire is a card, but he's not something that's always needing to be in this deck. As I continue to get more Zombosses and more Tricksters, I'm going to start removing him from there. Teleport, I want to bump up to 4. I feel like I see it a decent bit with 3, but I feel like there are times I want to see it even more. And as you can see, it really leads to all of the combos. It worked really good with Trickster. It works really good with Shield Crusher Viking. That stops it. Works really good with getting Nurse out. Works extremely well. So well with Zombot 1000. There is no other player in the game, or hero, that can do what Immorticia does with him and Teleport. And this is why I think she's underrated. That combo alone wins games. It's instantly 9 damage. By the time you have enough to play that combo, 9 damage should have net you the win. And if it hasn't, then it really sets your opponent back. And as you saw, he played Cornucopia, and he probably thought he was set to win, and it didn't happen, because you just counter with Teleport Zomboss. So there's definitely a lot of use behind Immorticia. I really think she's underrated. A lot of people that I talk to, and a lot of reviews online, talk about how she's very, very underrated. Or not underrated, but, like, not good. She's just out of the meta. She doesn't do anything. And I completely disagree. I think she's one of the best ones in the game. Like, even if you look at the tricks she has, summon a 2 brain or less zombie that costs 1 brain. Yeah, I'll do that. That's not bad at all. This one's not terrible. It's probably the worst one she has, but it's not a bad one. I don't like opening up with it very often, but it lets you draw a card and destroy a damaged plant. Then all plants on the ground get -1/-1. Not a bad early game. Really combos well with Paparazzi Zombie. And then make a 2/1 Zombats that says whenever it's a plant, draw a card. You guarantee get a card. You deal with something on their field. And if you have Vitamin Z, he becomes a 5/4. And he's much harder to kill. And he helps you get hand advantage. There's a lot to do with this deck. I don't think anyone's really put a lot of thought into what kind of combos she can do. But I really suggest Teleport, Zomboss. Probably the strongest combo in the game. Professor Brainstorm has a lot of good Teleport combos too. Which is why he's like pay to win. Or what people call him to do, pay to win. But I don't even think he has one that rivals that. So just if you see an Immorticia player, be on the lookout for that. A good one is definitely going to be using that combo. There's not much else to say. This deck is not totally max power yet. Like I said, I need to get 2 more Tricksters. I would like 2 more Zombosses. I don't know if I want him at 3. I'd like to test him at 3. I'd probably rather have him at 2 because you don't want to see him early. I'm probably going to end up taking Vampire out. That's about it. Vampire's going to have to go. Probably going to take Nurse out too, or Yeti. Yeti probably will go before Nurse. Nurse is clutch and saves me with a lot of health. There have been several times I've gotten just 7 health from one attack, or I do a bonus attack and get 8 health. She's pretty good. I'd like to run her at 2, but there's just not enough room. But yeah, guys, good video, good deck. I'm glad you got to see like some relatively high level play. I'm not higher up. I'm not as high up as the taco players, but I know that like I've got a background in card games, so I know I'm not bad. It's just a matter of climbing. And yeah, if you have any comments, suggestions, concerns, let us know. I'm going to end this video with a question to you guys. Which side do you truly think is better? Plants or zombies? Just leave a message in the comments below and we'll see who wins. Alright, take it easy, guys.